With example 2, we're asked to identify which of the following are integers and list them in order from least to greatest. Then graph the integers on the same number line. So I've written down the two questions that are part of this problem, which are integers, and then to graph them on the same number line. And I've also written down the set of numbers that we were given. Let's identify which are integers. 1, that is definitely an integer. 1.4, it has a decimal, and there is something besides 0 to the right of the decimal, so therefore this is not an integer. 1/2, that's a rational number, but it is not an integer. It's made up of integers in the numerator and denominator, but in order to be an integer, we need a whole number, either positive or negative, or 0. 1/2, therefore, is not an integer. -5, that is an integer. It's a counting number with a negative sign, so therefore that is an integer. -5.5, again, there is something to the right of the decimal that is not 0, and therefore that is not an integer. 6 is a counting number, and therefore is an integer. -1, that's a counting number, but negative, and therefore that would be an integer. Not a counting number, but an integer. So we have 1, -5, 6, and -1 are all integers, and we're asked to graph those on the same number line. Let's go ahead and write those in order first. It looks like our smallest is -5, then -1, then 1, then 6. So we're going from -5 to 6. So we'll go ahead and write our number line, or draw our number line over to the right here. It's fairly important that the lines are written pretty close to where they should be. So they should be evenly spaced apart. And that's so we can actually compare the numbers. -5, we'll go ahead and make this 0 right here. So -5 of each one of these tick marks represents 1. -5 is going to be right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the right direction. -1 is going to be 1 to the left of 0. 1 is going to be 1 to the right of 0. And then 6 is going to be 6 to the right of 0. So there is a graph of all the integers we were given in the list on the same number line.